flight be not in the winter. Pray not be on the Sabbath day. You don't know what we in store for. When you can't fight, when them damn troops come in, all suited up, and they knocking that door in, and your ass in your drawers, and you walking outside with 2 feet of snow, and your ass walking into a goddamn back with a paddy wagon and shit. Because it will happen. Yeah, because it's going to happen. You know, and you in your underwear, you can't go. And the nigga woman, watch that bitch. That bitch it's gonna instantly hit her. Retreat. And she shall be ashamed immediately because it was told to her constantly, man. Notice we can't get off that bitch. You know, she's a culprit. She's part of this. She's part of this situation because she the one who wants Future to rap about dope, you know, or these niggas to look like faggots with their tight ass jeans and shit like that. She say it's sexy. She the one who want a nigga to have a high top fade with a sandy brown.
She gonna do whatever the white man says to do, man. She gonna like whatever the white man says to like. You tell your woman don't use Dial soap because it fucks up your pH level and makes your pussy stink. Well, the so-called, you know, the commercial says that it's supposed to help that.
Antibacterial.
No,
white women do it too. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 11.
Because this place is, you know, going down.
And it reads.
Like the reason we're getting this is because earlier we mentioned that you got all of the people that's fleeing this place. You got all of the wealthy people of this society. They're denouncing their citizenship in America and they're fleeing this place. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease.
Yeah, like just how the Lord caused the arrogancy and the proudness of Antiochus to cease. You know, the Most High is going to do that to these Edomites on a national scale, on a worldly scale.
And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Because there's going to be so many people getting murked out here that guess what? It ain't going to be that many men left. You know, like it says in Second Ezra. Can you grab Second Ezra 15? Salaki, that's 2nd Ezra 16 and 33.
16 and 33. 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish.
Salaki, go ahead.
And their husbands shall perish of famine.
Because there's going to be skirmishes. There's going to be race riots that happen here. You know, that's a war. That's a civil war. You know, there's going to be the World War III that's happening over in the Middle East, which America's army is being drawn over there, like it says in the book of Joel, because the Most High is gearing up for World War III. They know World War III is coming, so guess what? They're going to implement a draft. And a lot of these men and women now too. Because they just signed in the books that women are going to be drafted. So this man, woman, he might get left here and get stuck in the race wars. But his woman get drafted and have to go overseas.
They allow trainees in there. You know they're going to fucking allow anybody.
God. So there's going to be a lot of people getting put to death. And then that day, that's when Isaiah 4:1 going to come into effect, when 7 women shall take hold of 1 man. Because there's going to be a lot of men get put to death. And the only ones that's going to survive this is who? The chosen men of the Lord, his elect, and 1/3 of the nation of Israel. Go ahead. That's right.
We're in verse 12. Even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. And it shall be as the chased roe, and as the sheep, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. they shall every man turn to his own people, and flee everyone unto his own land.
And the reason why they're doing that and this place is leaving, the reason that they're leaving this place is because America was once called the great land. People were coming here because of the gold rush. This is the place to come to because you can make money off of it. But now you got all the other nations. They're like, you know, they're basically through with this place. They hate the so-called white man. They hate America. Ain't nothing good can come from America no more. This ain't no powerful, great merchant city no more. The other nations don't give a fuck about this place. You can't get rich off America, and they see that this place going down. So the elites, the elites that runs everything, they're not putting money into America. That's the reason why you see the infrastructure decaying.
Yeah, they just drain it.
They just draining it. And then these other nations, you got BRICS, right? What is that? Brazil, Russia, Iran, China, and South Africa. They're creating their own banks, and now they're trading amongst each other. Now they're using each other's currency. They're not using the American dollar anymore because the American dollar isn't worth anything. It's not worth a piece of tissue, man. You can wipe your ass with the thing. You know, they're not using the money anymore to buy oil and gas around the world. There was a point in time when you had to use the American currency to buy oil and gas around the world. But nobody wants to use the American dollar because they're done with this place. And that's nothing but the prophecy of the Lord coming into fruition.
And you know the dollar's done when they talk about putting niggas on the dollars, on $5 bills. That's when you know it's a fucking
in 2027, because they know that 2027, it ain't gonna be no 2027.
In the year 3000, we're gonna give you
We'll wait.
Okay, with the scripture.
The brother was about to make a statement.
but just laying back on what the Ak was saying about how America is through. On top of that, they're losing with agriculture because everybody's starting to go towards Russia and China for agriculture as well. And China or Canada and America? They're both losing on agriculture, so they're losing money on that sense too.
Well, on the agriculture, the government is actually paying people not to farm.
God,
you know, why would you do that? Because they're creating a famine. They're creating the famine that's going to happen. The only reason you might eat is because it's overgrown bushes that might have food and grapes and shit left over.
And sticking it up with, spraying it up with Monsanto's, man.
Yeah, right.
Making GMO food. You know, that don't go right anyways.
Right.
And then they test it on rats and shit before they even give it to you. Oh, was it successful? Hey, did you test that on the rat grow tumor? Okay.
How many?
Publish that, you know, put it on the shelf. Because they want to make you sick. And this place is but that's the reason why the Lord calls this place Babylon. Because Babylon was known for its witches, for its sorcerers. That's where you get the magi from. The word magician comes from magi, you know, which goes all the way back to Babylon. So this place capitalized off its pharmacies. The Greek word for the word pharmacy comes from the Greek word pharmakia. You know, pharmakia is dealing with magic. It's dealing with sorcery. This is a place of the great sorcery and magic, man. Everything that they do here, in order for them to get successful, they have to do what? They have to do some kind of seance, some kind of ritual to a demon, which all of the demons go back to Satan. So this place is nothing but full of Satan worship. You just had them bring the temple of the little Ark of Baal, you know, over to London. They wanted to bring it here, but I think they canceled it. You know, because these so-called white people, they into sorcery. They don't really have a god, so their god is who? Their god is the so-called white man. When you go to Matthew's the 4th chapter, Matthew's the 4th chapter says that when Satan was tempting Yahushua, he said, if you will bow down and worship me, then I will give you all of the kingdoms of the world. So the so-called white man, he took that oath, he took that deal. But yet it's going to backfire on him. You know, and it is backfiring on him. Grab that. You didn't come back out.
Okay. Can I say something before reading? The so-called white man God is himself. That's why it says he exalts himself. That's why he's so proud. When a person is proud, they are always he's cursing himself. So Satan is a so-called white man, being that he's a proud bitch. He's so proud that he's about himself. That's a higher. That's what the I am. They say they are the ones who did this.
Well, when you speak French, right? The way that you say that I am, you say Jesus. Yes, Jesus. Yeah, which that sounds like what? It sounds like Jesus. You know, really, when you see an image of the so-called white man, it's nothing. Basically, it became an idol to all of the other nations where they worship it, and psychologically, it caused them to believe that all white people are gods. Because look at how the nations of Israel, and not just Israel, the other nations as well, look at how they treat white people as opposed to how they treat themselves. But more so highlighting you tribes, because you tribes, you know, you're supposed to treat each other with the utmost respect, man. And the scripture says, how can you love the Most High whom you're not seen, but hate your brother whom you seen? So these people come out here and they scoff against us when really we're trying to enlighten them. We're giving them hope. You know, we're letting them know that there's a power in heaven that care about them. But yet they don't care about us, but let the so-called white man say something. You know, then they're going to esteem what he has to say. But ultimately also, the image of Jesus Christ causes the white people to think that they're superior, to think that they're gods. You know, so basically, that whole Jesus thing that goes in, or Jesus, that goes into the so-called white man believing in himself, believing that he's a god. Yeah.
This is Jeremiah 51:9. I'm gonna go to 8. It says, Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so, so she may be healed. Right? It says, if so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
There you go. Hey, can you grab Revelations 18:4?
Okay.
It's because their judgment reaches up into heaven. This place is a full. You know, it completed all of the sin that the Lord. Well, once it implement the mark of the beast, then it would have completed all of the things that the Most High set this place up to fulfill. Go ahead.
This is Revelations 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities.
All right, because it says that her sins have reached up to heaven, and the Most High remember her iniquity. And the scripture say that that you are full of the sins of your bones is full of the sins of your fathers. You know, in the book of Job. But that's what it means. It says it says that your bones is full of the sins of your youth, but it's talking about their forefathers that came before them. All of the wickedness that they've done, all the way up into this time now, and the Most High held you accountable for that. You didn't think that the Most High was counting because, especially dealing with you tribes, you didn't think that the Most High was counting because the Most High took his hedge off of us for a moment. So all of the different things that you did into his people, you know, when you were tormenting them, when you were hanging them from the trees, when you were whipping them, when you were spitting in their face, when you was maiming them, when you cut off their genitals and forced them to eat it, when you burnt them alive, you didn't think that the Most High was counting that. You didn't think that the Most High was counting what you doing it to us now when you shoot our people down in the streets. Even though those people are wicked as hell, the Most High is still counting those sins. Go ahead.
This is Genesis 15, verse 15 through 16. This is talking about Abraham. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the 4th generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full. So at that time, the iniquity of the Amorites wasn't yet full, but that doesn't mean Most High, forgot about it. He was like, let them keep on with their wickedness. I got their ass. The same thing. The Most High doesn't change. It's the same philosophy.
And ironically, the Most High calls this place Egypt. So it's similar. What was it?
Nahum chapter 3. This is Nahum. Chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not. The noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and of the prancing horses, and of the jumping chariots.